Okay, let's keep going here. Well done. I think everyone's come back. Well done. Oh my goodness, they're all the way up there as well. I can't see. Look at that. Hello. Excellent. Is there oxygen up there? All right. Okay, our first choir after interval is Cantare from Westlake Girls High School. Rupert Lang's setting of Cantate Domino has become a favourite with the choir this year, especially as their recent performance in Brisbane won the overall Best Performance at the Aspire International Youth Music Festival. The soloists this evening are Jennifer Huckle and Chelsea Nyapi. Accompanying them on the piano is Kathy Bennett, and their conductor is Fiona Wilson. Please welcome Cantare.
Domino,
We have a few more people who are watching in other parts of New Zealand. I've had an email from John Southus, New Zealand composer, who's at a composing retreat and is watching and sends his warmest wishes to you all. John, I'm assuming that all the brilliant singing that you're hearing this evening will be inspiring you to write some choral music. Our next choir is Divinitus. Divinitus is unique. They are a student-led choir from Dilworth School and Diocesan School for Girls. The choir is co-directed by Takare Komine, head prefect of Dilworth School, and their accompanist Vivian Lynn, sorry, there we go, look at that. The choir wishes to thank those who have supported them on their journey, and they've thoroughly enjoyed being at the Big Sing National Finale once again. They will sing a Pacifica melody of 2 Samoan and 1 Tongan texts, arranged by choristers Molly Fiver and William To'ofehe. Please welcome Divinitus. Okay, a lively performance is followed by none other than Saints Alive from St. Cuthbert's College. Saints Alive are actively involved in college singing for school events, concerts, assemblies, as well as regular college chapel services. This year they have a new conductor, and their vocal consultant is Catherine Johnson. Tonight they sing Hexenlied by Mendelssohn, where the singers become witches who are up to no good, and they delight in their mischief. Their accompanist is Kathy Bennett. Please welcome Saints Alive. They are conducted this evening by none other than Rowan Johnston. One occasionally gets requests. I had a small request to give a shout out to the Neds. They're clearly not here. We had an agreement. There we go. There we go, just a little bit of something. Right, the next choir is the Chapel Choir of Christ's College, Christchurch. The choir has been in existence since the formation of the school 167 years ago. The main function is to lead the school in its weekday and weekend chapel services. While working within the traditional musical realms of the Anglican liturgy, the choir diversifies its work with regular concerts and public engagements. They have regularly commissioned leading New Zealand composers, and tonight we hear a new waiata that has been commissioned, Te Whakapono ki te Atua, from the Christchurch creative team of Te Hauaki Punaki and Tihi Punaki. They are accompanied by the composers, and their conductor is Robert Aburn, the Chapel Choir of Christ's College. Very good. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, but if you were talking in Dunedin, you might have an Australian accent at the moment. Right. Our next choir is Resolutions from Rangiruru Girls' School. Resolutions is an audition choir of 27 senior students who rehearse twice a week and perform at school chapel services, concerts and prize giving. They are very committed and talented young women whose strengths may be academic, sporting or musical, but they share a desire to be part of a group that presents music to the best of their ability. In 2012, American composer Eric William Barnum set Spark to music by Maud Gordon Roby. Barnum's music is intricately tied to the text, containing unexpected harmonic progressions and vocal techniques such as whispering and speaking to create sounds of nature and mystery. Resolutions from Rangiruru Girls' School is conducted by Helen Charlton. Our next choir is the McLains College Chorale. The McLains College Chorale is the premier SATB choir at McLains College. This year they have enjoyed the challenge of singing only a cappella repertoire from a variety of genres. The choir performs at school and in the community and will end the choral season by performing at the McLains College Gala concert at the end of this term. One major highlight of their year has been singing 2 commissioned works by New Zealand composer Kate Bell. Tonight, however, the choir sings a classic setting of the American spiritual Ezekiel Saw the Wheel, the story of Ezekiel's vision, a chariot made of heavenly angels. The McLains College Chorale is conducted by Sarah McNabb. Please welcome them.
Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. The big wheel run by faith and the grace of God. A wheel and a wheel way in the middle of the air.
Better mind my brother when you walk on across.
Way in the middle of the air.
Your foot might slip in, your soul get lost.
Way in the middle of the air.
Oh, Satan wears a glove for truth.
Way in the middle of the air.
If you don't mind, he'll slip it on you.
Way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. The big wheel run by faith, and the little wheel run by the grace of God. A wheel and a wheel way in the middle of the air.
Some go to church for the singers.
Some go to church for the singers. Shout hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Before 6 months days all turned up.
Way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up
Our next choir is Euphony from Kristen School. Euphony is Kristen's premier girls' choir for years 9 to 13. When did the whole form thing stop, like the form 3 to form 7? I'm still catching up on that one. Oh, way too old for that. Next year, they're marking the choir's 20th anniversary. Euphony recently represented New Zealand as an invited guest choir at the Chorale Fest in Brisbane. The choir sang in Elise Bradley's Festival Youth Choir and presented concerts and a workshop featuring several New Zealand works. Tonight they perform Our Revels Now Are Ended, Bob Chilcott's setting of Prospero's famous speech from Act 4 of Shakespeare's The Tempest. They're accompanied by Gracie Francis, and their conductor is David Squire. Next up, we have Tower College Blue Notes. The Tower College Blue Notes is a chamber choir of 40 dedicated students who already sing in the school's main ensemble, the Dawn Chorus, as well as their barbershop choruses. The choir places an emphasis on good classical vocal technique, excellence in performance, and service to the school and community. Tonight they sing Woods by Justin Vernon, arranged by Kerry Marsh. Their soloists are Nikki Hernan, Eden Garside, and Kitty Sneyd Utting. The Tower College Blue Notes are conducted by Isaac Stone.
I'm down on my
From Villa Maria College in Christchurch, we have Cumbria. The choir welcomes girls from years 10 to 13 who rehearse together once a week before school. This is the first time the choir has participated in the Big Sing finale since 2013. Tonight they perform the Swahili lyrics of Cumbria, an invitation to let music be our guide and to sing together with joyful hearts. Cumbria are conducted by Naomi Hanat. Please welcome them. Our next choir is Chorale. Chorale is the premier mixed voice choir representing Westlake Girls and Boys High Schools. It was formed in 2005 and has been chosen for the Big Sing finale every year since 2007. The choir's accompanist is Janet Gibbs and their vocal consultant is Morag Etchison. Tonight they sing Unda Mori Ya Kalavoi, arranged by Velo Tormis. The piece speaks of the formation of two villages represented by two boys after forces inflict a massacre on the village, alluding to a possible threat of a Russian invasion. The people and the language enables them to survive. The choir sings in Izorian, a language indigenous to the people of Ingria, a language the composer is trying to save through his music. The narrator sings in English. Chorale are conducted by Rowan Johnston.
A man went out to plough. He ploughed his furrows around a stump. The stump split in two. The two halves became two boys. One of them was Undamo. The other one was Chorale. Chorale sowed oats outside Undamo's door. Undamo's black sheep ate the oats. Chorale's dog killed the sheep. Undamo got angry. He started a war. Chorale's wife looks outside the window. What is that blue and red over there? Is it the blue cloud or the red sun? Chorale looks himself. It was Laiva. Undamo's army was coming to kill Chorale's people. The little ones were killed. The old ones were killed. Children in their cradles were killed. Only one boy survived in the cradle. The men considered what to do with the boy. They threw him into the fire. The boy doesn't burn. He sits in the flames and holds a golden poker in his hand. The men considered what to do with the boy. They threw him into the water.
trumpet.
Our next choir is SOS from Rangitoto College. There's widespread speculation on various forms of social media what SOS actually stands for. Seriously, no one has a clue. Sisters of Soul, Sultans of Swing, simply something or other. However, they are definitely SOS. They are an audition choir from Rangitoto College. The choir consists of 36 members, ranging from year 9 to year 13. The choir rehearses once a week and regularly performs at school functions, assemblies, and in the community. Tonight, we hear a classic, Irving Berlin's Putting on the Ritz. Accompanied on the piano by Amy Chang and Tom Lawton on drums, and what's that guy? David Squire on bass. He's going to kill me later. Their conductor is Rihanna Maker. Please welcome SOS.
On that famous thoroughfare with their noses
Okay, how are we all doing? Very good. Is everyone still awake up there? Oh, yep, there we go. They're all up there still. How's the oxygen? Any alcohol up there? Yeah, all good? Marvellous. Our final choir of the evening is Menacing from St. Kentigern College. Menacing is St. Kentigern College's unauditioned boys choir. They started their finale journey as a guest choir in 2012 and are thrilled to be back at the finale as a competing choir for the 5th time. Menacing has a yodel together once a week on a Monday and also makes up the tenor and bass section of the college's massed choir called Tyrannochorus. The choir concludes the performances this evening with Standing on the Corner, Frank Loesser's popular show tune from Act 1 of the 1956 Broadway musical, The Most Happy Fella. Their conductors are Lachlan Craig and Gracie Francis. Menacing. Well done, all the choirs, on their performances this evening. Could I please invite all members of the Director's Choir to the stage, please? Okay, thank you. May I continue? Thank you. All right. Shush. Okay. Thank you for your enthusiasm, which I'm sure will be appreciated soon, but I have a little bit of business I just need to do before we continue. I would like to, on behalf of all of our performers and our directors, to thank all the accompanists for their performances this evening. And I'd also like to thank all the compares of the sessions that have been happening over Thursday and Friday for their work. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, without them, without whom tonight would not be possible. Creative New Zealand, the Ministry of Youth Development, Tour Time, Sounds Centre for New Zealand Music, Radio New Zealand Concert, the New Zealand Community Trust, Trillion Trust, the Southern Trust, and First Sovereign Trust Limited, and the Mount Wellington Foundation Limited. Special thanks also to private donor, Felicity Wong. Now, we come to the winning entry of the Sounds New Zealand Choral Federation composition. Always an exciting moment for the finale when the winner of this competition has their piece performed. This year's winner is Fergus Byatt from Taupo. The adjudicator for this New Zealand Choral Federation Sounds composition competition was Chris Artley. Chris is originally from the UK but now resides in New Zealand. He's a successful and award-winning international composer and has had works performed by the Liverpool Philharmonic Choir and Orchestra, the Graduate Choir of New Zealand, New Zealand Secondary Schools Choir, and the National University of Singapore. His works have featured regularly at the Big Sing. Chris comments, "It was a pleasure to adjudicate the composition competition for 2017. He was most impressed by the very high standard of entries, which covered a wide range of musical styles. This included pieces inspired by Bulgarian dance rhythms, Middle Eastern scales, and atmospheric settings of poetry by Shakespeare and Dylan Thomas. There was also some very effective settings of Māori text. He was very heartened to see that the composers have clearly been involved in choral singing and had a good understanding of what works for the voice. As a special treat this year, we have the Director's Choir on stage to sing Fergus's work, Hei Waiata Ngā Parearohi, conducted by the New Zealand Choral Federation Chair, John Rosser. We will meet Fergus later when he receives his award. Please welcome John Rosser and the Director's Choir.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Before we sing Fergus's piece, because it's in te reo, I thought I would tell you the story first, why this song is being sung by Parearohi. Te Rangipori of the Tūrehu Fairy people had persuaded his daughter, Parearohi, to take a Māori husband in order to forge a bond between his people and the Māori, because he realized that they had taken over the power of the land. Parearohi would go and sleep at night with her Māori husband, whose name was Heiroura, and early in the morning would leave, only to return again in the darkness. Thus, Herrera had no idea what she looked like. One day he blocked up all the cracks in their house, and when early in the morning she prepared to leave, said, "It's still dark." She lay back down, but after a while began to get up again. This time, when he insisted it was still dark, she knew he was trying to deceive her, but she still lay down again. After a while, when the sun was now high in the sky, he opened the door and saw what a beautiful woman his wife was. She, however, began to weep. She then washed, dressed, and adorned herself beautifully, fixing her husband's long feather plume in her hair. Meanwhile, he went to tell all his friends of his wife's beauty, and they came to see her. She emerged from the house, climbed up onto the roof, and sang this song. When she finished, she pointed to the sea and called out, "There it goes! There it goes!" They all followed her gaze. When they turned around again, she had vanished and returned to her fairy folk.
Something that's not quite on the program is going to happen right now. I would like to personally thank all the conductors tonight. and also all the conductors who have participated in the Big Sing this year. As one of your colleagues, I admire you greatly, have an enormous amount of respect for the work that you do in the schools. This is not just about tonight. There's a great and fantastic choral movement in this country, and as teachers and tutors, you are not only shaping great music, but also fine people in the process. So, these people out here, you guys ready? Now it is my responsibility to invite to the stage adjudicators Jonathan Grieve-Smith and Anthony Ritchie and Robert Wiramu, the Chief Executive Officer of the New Zealand Choral Federation, Grant Hutchison, the Chair of the New Zealand Choral Federation, who's already here, John Rosser, Brent Emery from Tour Time, Elizabeth Crayford, Governance Board members, Sounds New Zealand Choral Federation Composition Adjudicator Chris Artley, and the winner, Fergus Byatt, the Auckland New Zealand Choral Federation Finale Committee. Our choir directors are already with us, and could I please ask the student representatives from each choir to come to the stage. Okay. We now come to the plaques and trophy presentation ceremony. First, I would like to invite Brent Emery from Tour Time to speak.
Thank you. As the national sponsor of the Big Sing, Tour Time is very proud to be associated with the Big Sing. We'd like to applaud each and every one of you for the dedication and effort that has gone into the regionals and now here at Finale. It's absolutely sensational. And the New Zealand Choral Federation, fantastic job, and we stand here united in the belief that the world is a better place with song. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite Grant Hutchison, the CEO of the New Zealand Choral Federation, to speak on behalf of the Federation.
Kia ora, te koto. It is my great pleasure and privilege tonight to acknowledge very briefly a few of those who have made this year's finale so successful. I'd like to begin by expressing to you, the singers, conductors, and accompanists, our heartfelt appreciation for sharing your wonderful music with us. A special thank you to tonight's compere Tequin Evans and all the other compares who have presented over the last few days, and also to our adjudicators, Rachel Griffiths-Hughes, Jonathan Greaves-Smith, Anthony Ritchie, as well as Robert Wiramu. I wish to acknowledge the key supporters of the Big Sing, our primary funder, Creative New Zealand, our newest partner, the Ministry of Youth Development, and Tour Time, our principal commercial sponsor, who support not only the Big Sing, but also our professional development program, Fine Tuning. Behind the scenes, Murray Cameron has worked together with members of JX Live to provide the audiovisual and live streaming services our online audience has enjoyed the past few days. This year we were delighted to welcome back Radio New Zealand Concert, and they will be broadcasting the sessions in due course, so keep an eye on our website for further details. The videoed sessions will also be available in due course on our YouTube channel. I'd like to recognise the NZCF Governance Board, the National Advisory Committee, the Big Sing Committee, and Olive Leddy and the Auckland branch of the regional NZCF, as well as the many volunteers for the vital roles that they have played in the planning and running of this festival. Thank you too to Anna Tarbotton, who has been looking after our social media. However, the Big Sing finale this year is in very large part due to the outstanding work of two people. A huge debt of gratitude is owed to National Big Sing Coordinator Elizabeth Crayford, as well as finale coordinator Catherine Wiley, for a massive job done exceptionally well. Catherine is also our National Operations Manager and is new in the role, and so had a veritable baptism of fire this year into the busy NZCF world, and we are especially grateful to her. I now invite Jonathan Greaves-Smith to speak on behalf of the adjudicators. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And what a competition it's been. So much music, so many excellent singers and conductors, and routines. On behalf of the adjudicators, all of us, we would want to say thank you to all the performers. And thank you to the outstanding team who've made the 2017 Big Sing finale happen, to those in front and those behind the stage, and all the teachers and the parents who have supported this week's music making. We felt it'd be worthwhile just making a few comments about the week, because we listen the whole time and then you get your written reports. But we thought there were a few things that were just worth saying in the 3 minutes we can be serious before we go crazy again. One of the challenges for every choir is singing in new and sometimes difficult buildings. This space is probably bigger than most of us usually sing in, and it has a dry acoustic. We were aware of this being a challenge that choirs and conductors were thinking about: where to stand on stage, in which direction to face, and how to project. In the end, as performers, we have to befriend the acoustic, adapt speeds, consider how legato we need to be, and how much articulation of text will allow our song stories to be understood. And we commend the many choirs who quickly learned how to win through. Choice of repertoire is a huge topic, and not an easy one, because it can come down to very personal likes and dislikes. However, this being a public performance, the choice of contrasting music, showing off the skills and well-judged ambition of choirs, is vital. And again, many succeeded in this. Every piece of music is a story. some with more action than others, some more successfully composed than others, but all with a story, a sentiment, a point of view to communicate. The choice of repertoire in which stories are told in clearly contrasting ways ensures more memorable recitals than those with repertoire perhaps too similar in speed or key or idiom. I encourage all of us to seek out repertoire which has character and which is targeted not only to be enjoyable, but to deliver continually improving skills across the months and years. And this brings us to a particular area of repertoire which we've heard a lot of this year. And I found it very difficult to describe without sounding judgmental, which wouldn't be altogether fair, and which is certainly not my place here. This repertoire, this area of repertoire, aims for a simplicity of language, musical and poetic, perhaps looking to create atmosphere more than narrative. Eric Whittaker's music might be an example we'd all recognize, but I'm not making any judgments about his music. Can I strongly recommend, and I think I echo all the adjudicators here, can I strongly recommend that great care is taken when performing this music? It's very easy to roll over and let the sweet atmosphere tickle us. But almost always this distends and weakens the performance. Our job is to take responsibility for ensuring fidelity to the score. Always, this is our job. In this music, if we abandon ourselves to atmosphere and do not adhere to rhythm and text and dynamics, it's rather like adding more and more and more sugar to a coffee. In the end, it isn't coffee with sugar in it, it's sugar with coffee in it. It's not the piece the composer intended. These pieces need great discipline to be successful. And taking responsibility is what it's all about. Responsibility to composers, responsibility to our skills and the work in hand, and responsibility for communicating great ideas, beauty, anger, fun, sorrow to an audience. Presentation is important. Like actors, we are watched from the moment we walk on. We must believe we have something important to say. We must walk onto the stage with purpose because we want to say it. Look at the audience, hold its eye, command the stage, command the hall, and communicate. Use words well. Pick them up, turn them over, taste them, spit them out. Walk around with them in your pocket. Think about how they can live, how you can pronounce them clearly at speed, about vowels, unified vowels, about consonants, clear consonants that ignite vowels, about individually colored words. Never let your imagination stop playing with communicating words, ideas, and pitches. We're not here to communicate a generalized feeling about the words. We're here to communicate the words as written by a great writer and set by a fine composer. This is our responsibility. And this is what we were looking for. The choirs that take responsibility, who honor composer and writer, honor and challenge their skills, who reach into our lives with their music, who share love and laughter and pain with generosity, an open heart, and the best musicianship they can bring. Ladies and gentlemen, keep singing.
Thank you, Jonathan, for your inspiring words of encouragement to us all. Right, I have a piece of paper in front of me which I've had in my pocket all night and I haven't looked at it, and now I'm looking at it. When I was invited to be compere for this evening, I started losing sleep over the fact that it might happen to me like it did to Lockwood Smith, that he read out the winners of the Miss New Zealand contest around the wrong way. However, tonight, luckily it all happens in alphabetical order, so I'm able to sleep well. I now would like Jonathan and Anthony to come forward to share the responsibilities of handing out the plaques to all the individual choirs. It's that wonderful moment when people have talked about how something is going to go and we get on stage and everyone's going, right, I think we're right, we're ready to go. Right, in alphabetical order, blue notes from Tawa College, silver. Cantabile from McLains College, bronze. Cantala from Wellington East Girls College, silver. Cantare, Westlake Girls High School, gold. The Chapel Choir of Christ's College from Christ's College, Canterbury, bronze. Correlation from Westlake Girls High School and Westlake Boys High School, gold. Cumbria from Villa Maria College, silver. Divinitus from Dilworth School and Diocesan School for Girls, silver. Dunstanza Senior Girls from Dunstan High School, silver. Euphony from Christian School, gold. Femme from Southland Girls High School, silver. Kentoris from St. Kentigern College, silver. The McLains College Chorale from McLains College, bronze. Menacing from St. Kentigern College, silver. One Tree Hill College Chorale from One Tree Hill College, silver. Paradisum from Epsom Girls Grammar School, silver. Resolutions from Rangiruru Girls School, silver. Saints Alive, St Cuthbert's College, gold. SOS, Rangitoto College, silver. St Cecilia Singers from Diocesan School for Girls, silver. St Margaret's College Chamber Choir from St Margaret's College in Christchurch, silver. Takapuna Grammar School Chorale from Takapuna Grammar School, silver. The Fundamentals from Rangitoto College, silver. Voicemail from Westlake Boys High School, silver. I'd now like to call upon the adjudicator of the New Zealand Choral Federation Sounds Award, Chris Artley, to present this award to Fergus Byatt. Continuing our special awards, the Aoahi Kore Award for Best Performance of a Work Using Maori Text. This is presented by Robert Wiramu, and the prize goes to Dunstanza. I'd now like to ask Anthony Ritchie to present the Hutt City Trophy for Best Performance of a New Zealand Composition. The winner is Correlation. I'd now like to ask Brent Imrie to present the Tour Time Trophy awarded for the best performance of a Category 2 item. The winner this year, Saints Alive. Big Sing Youth Ambassador Award is presented by Catherine Wiley. This is the award for best demonstrating outstanding engagement with all elements of the finale. The winner this year is Cumbria. The one you're all waiting for. The Platinum Award, the premier award for the Big Sing 2017 to be presented by Jonathan Grieve-Smith. The award goes to Correlation. I hope some of you still have some voice left, because we now come to the massed item. Accompanying the massed choirs of the Big Sing 2017 is Janet Gibbs on organ. In a slight change to your program, unfortunately Dr. Grills was unable to conduct this evening's massed choir item, so it's me. this evening's performance will be broadcast on Radio New Zealand on Monday night. Thank you very much for your attention, your attendance, your support. It's been a great pleasure to bring this evening to you. Pō Maurire.